Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So I've asked you guys which reading you want to see on my community section, and most of you have voted for October prediction. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. I'm not sure how I'm going to structure this reading. I have pre-pulled a couple of cards and we'll go from there. So I want you to choose, again, using your intuition only, from pile 1, 2, 3 or 4. If you'd like to meditate, see which side you're being pulled towards to more when you close your eyes, more towards the right side, or right side middle, more towards the left side, more towards left side middle. You can also pay attention to numbers and maybe take a look at your phone and see what time it is and which number draws you in, or put those numbers together and see which one you have. So I'm going to see you in timestamps. Hello pile 1 people, let's see what we have for you for October. So I'm going to be pulling from one more deck and probably a couple of more decks, so bear with me. This reading is going to be pretty chilled. I'm not going to rush. I'm going to take time to focus and see what is coming through. Now firstly, I want to check on your current energies. I'm going to draw 2 cards from this deck. Whoever needs names of decks, I do have a link down below this video where I show you guys all the decks that I'm using on this channel. So what is your current energy? I want to do a bit of a comparison. What is your current energy and what kind of energy you will be shifting into in the month of October? We'll also be looking at your energies with Rebecca Campbell's deck. Okay, so what energy are you going to be shifting into in the month of October? Pile 1. Okay. Woo, love this. Right, okay, we like that. Now bottom of the deck we have the 9 of Swords. In this deck, 9 of Swords somehow makes me feel not only afraid but more so excited. So you might be feeling like right now, even if you do have fears about something that is uncertain for you, if you do suffer from anxiety or depression, it does seem like you're going to be feeling a little bit more at ease in the future. Now it seems like for some of you, not all, that you have found a way how to deal with your worry, or maybe I don't know why for some of you I'm getting anger. You are trying to come from your heart. You're trying to see and look at life from this I'd call it intuitive side of yours. So even if you see lightning right behind over here, you are very focused on your goal and you know what it is that you need to do. Very self-care kind of vibe coming through now. So a lot of you might be finding yourself kind of looking for ways how you improve your lifestyle or your health or your emotional well-being. So right now, a lot of you might be feeling very intuitive. This might be the time for you where you are sensing things maybe more than before. Your intuition is heightened. Maybe for some of you, your third eye might be a bit overactive, and that is why you have this anxiety sometimes where you're like, okay, I need to slow it down. So if you want to slow it down, the best way to do is to ground yourself. As you all know, there are many ways to do that. Find the one that suits you the most personally. Now, we're going to be looking at what you're going to be getting into here with, I think towards the end. What I want to look at right now is your Rebecca Campbell's cards. So in the month of October, you're going to be focusing on forgiving people who might have hurt you in the past, or forgiving yourself for something that maybe you haven't done, or maybe you screwed up at, and you're gonna be like, it's fine, you know, we live and learn. So maybe right now you are a little bit like meh because of something that has happened, or you are getting maybe flashbacks about a situation, but in the month of October you're going to be fixing that. Now I really love this card. We're gonna read about it because I truly love the description of this card. It's interesting how in the month of October you have Forge, Don't Follow. pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. And now the energy that you're going to come into in the month of October is the Six of Wands. This is a winner card. This is someone who is being respected, who is visible for the public, who can see their fruit of labor. They already hold it in their hands and pretty happy where they at. So there is some kind of success coming your way, pile number one, when it comes to month of October. But it does seem like it's coming towards you because you're going to decide to do things your way. And let's talk about it a little bit more. Let me see, where is the book? So when I'll be reading the energy of this card, imagine as if this is talking about the energy you will be in. Right. It says, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. If you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path, and you will likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go. They don't wait for someone to lead them. They lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. You are here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all those who also feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There is no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter, do it for the younger you, do it for the leaders who will follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. And it ties in very nicely with the Six of Wands card, someone who is being seen, someone who is being I wanted to say represented, so maybe for some of you, you're looking for someone to represent you or your work. That's going to be possible for you. But for most of you, you are the one who is claiming your success, something that you've been working on maybe for a while. And there's going to be a lot of recognition, a lot of fruit of labor coming through here, abundance as a whole. And it just feels very sweet to me, doesn't it, when you look at this card? So we're off to a great start, aren't we? Pile number one. Okay, let me put these cards aside. I want to make more space because I have pulled the Tea Leaf Tarot for you guys, and what we're going to be doing, we're going to be clarifying these cards. I don't really like oracle cards. It depends which deck on their own. So the first card that came out was dog barking. It says advice from a friend. Then we have lion, time to act. Then we have funnel. It says period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Then we have unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes, which you will. Do you remember how we had this card here? Let me show you. We have the third eye visible here, and I'm paying attention to the unicorn, right? So there's a lot of pressure that some of you might be feeling in your third eye. So if that's happening, if it's bothering you, again, as I said, ground yourself, because that's the way that it helps you out to come back to earth. If you feel like it's tingling, it's the time when you will be more sensitive, and you probably will be able to see what's happening before it actually occurs. And I think for most of you are already intuitive, but it seems like that intuition will be heightened in the month of October for you all. Then we have whale, great worry over nothing. So very interesting. We have period of frustration, lessons to be learned, and great worry over nothing. So for a lot of you, I'm seeing a lot of purple color too, which is again your intuition, right? Your third eye. So pay attention to that. Maybe you're going to be drawn to wearing that color more often, or you'll be drawn to maybe buying something that has that color in it. That would be great for you if you are looking for your third eye to be more activated. Not everyone likes that journey because it can be quite chaotic, so know where you stand. Okay, so let's see. I want to use the texture tarot for you in this reading, and every time I pull texture tarot for certain pile or personal reading, I know that we have a lot of people who are creative here. So let's clarify the dog barking. Now, I've asked in my mind when I was pulling these cards, what are the most important things that you need to know about the month of October. I'm way ahead of myself. Okay, wait, that came out for a reason. There is a song. I'm gonna try to find the song because I just remember part of the lyrics. Maybe it's called Ahead of Myself. I'm not sure. Let me find it. Yes. So it's by 𝒃𝒐𝒐𝒌 and it's called Ahead of Myself. Now, I'm gonna run through lyrics quickly. It would be great if you listen to the song. Maybe it's gonna have a message to you now, or there's gonna be some kind of a clue to a month of October as well. It says, it starts with, I thought I was ready for someone else, but every time I get ahead of myself. Every time I get ahead of myself, thought I was rock steady, but I didn't need no help. But every time I get ahead of myself, and then it repeats. It says, guess I went ahead and jammed the gun again, some shitty situation that I put you in, and I know we poured champagne, maybe we was just too quick to celebrate. And then it says, know that I was first to say I love you, babe. Moved my things to your apartment down on the 2nd Street. I thought I'd clean the slate, but I guess I didn't clean it all the way. Now, what is interesting, it does seem like, again, do you remember how I said someone is going to be or apologizing, or you are going to be forgiving someone in the month of October. There's a lot of forgiveness happening here, and very, very intense period of intuition for you guys. So if you are professional working in this field, use that time for yourself. Okay, let's clarify dog back and advice from a friend. What do we have there? Okay, let's clarify lion. Time to act. Okay, I want one more. Then we have funnel. It says period of frustrations, lessons to be learned. Clarify that for me, please. Okay, so in the month of October, you are no bullshit type of a person. That's the energy you're stepping into. You're like, I'm gonna say what I have to say again. Purple coming through here, purple butterflies. Pay attention to that. That is quite important. Then in the bottom here, it does seem like it's a bit pinky though, but pinkish. But overall, this color will be somehow quite important. Worry over nothing. What is that talking about, please? Okay, and then unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. All right, I'm gonna pull one more card for each of them. Dog barking, please. Advice from a friend. All right, then, well, okay, don't shout. Then funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. All right, then whale, great worry over nothing. Okay, and then unicorn. All right, wow, there is a lot to do for pile number 1. Overall energy here, what I'm seeing in the month of October for you, you're gonna be very focused on books. So for some of you, it might be research, education, deepening your knowledge, maybe some kind of seminar that you might want to take, and that is going to be a bit of a priority for you. Now, those who will be worrying over your studies or your career or finances, again, we have great worry over nothing. It's saying maybe you're going to be creating scenarios in your own head, or you will approach a situation the way your perspective might be regarding that situation. It's not as bad as you make it to be. So we all decide how we want to look at the situation. Even if you are in the worst situation ever, not that that's going to happen, I'm not saying that, but that's an example. In the worst situation ever. Now, it depends on how you're going to look at it. I'm not saying that you don't have to feel frustration, but I'm saying feel it through and then get up, brush yourself off, and be in a moment and see what needs to be done. Because stressing over something that you are not, let's say, in charge of, it's not going to make any difference. You're just going to be ruining your health in a way. And I've been in very difficult situations in my life before, and I've been asked, why don't you worry? And people get triggered by that, you see. So I do think that you either one of those people who are like, okay, shit happens, I'm gonna sort it out regardless of what kind of situation you are in, or you will be learning that, how do I become one, in the month of October. Now let's talk about the dog barking. We have advice from a friend. What I'm seeing here, you're gonna have a good advice from a person who is very close to you, specifically at the moment when you'll be worried or you won't see clarity when it comes to your domestic environment or when it comes to your finances. So you may want to seek for advice, and I do have eyelash here, so maybe make a wish. Pile number 1, okay, make a wish. But it does seem like there's gonna be a person who knows exactly what to tell you, and maybe they are intuitive. They don't have to be, but whenever you'll feel like you need advice when it comes to your stability or home environment, whatever that would be for you, heritage, maybe for some of you, right, family matters, seek for a person whom you're gonna think of first. Right? So the first person comes to your mind around the time when you'll be like, I need clarity. It's not that there is an issue here, I'm not saying that, but if you want to improve something or if you don't know where to go from there, there's going to be a person who is quite similar to how you are, but at the same time they're very different. So they probably have maybe similar visions like you do in life, but your characters differ. So one person would be very logical minded and very like, okay, what can we do about this, you know, let me find the best solution possible, and they're excited about it. And maybe the other person is a bit more sensitive and they're a bit like, oh, I'm not sure what to do. So I'm seeing black and white here, you know, two people who work really well together and who exchange energies equally. So a good advice coming your way if you will seek for it, right? Now, Lion, time to act. Now, for a lot of you, this has to do with feelings and relationship with other people. You might want to or share your feelings with someone, or because we did have that card, you know, forgiving someone, and we have period of frustration, lessons to be learned, where you're gonna be speaking your truth. It can go either way. Truly, you're gonna know in which situation you're at. For some of you, there is a situation where you're going to be feeling very romantic. Someone might reach out to you, or if you've been thinking about reaching out to someone and saying, hey, you know what, I truly like you, that's gonna be you acting. Because I'm really getting 50-50, and imagine how many people are watching this, so I couldn't possibly put you in a box in this situation. You're gonna know what is your situation. If you're like, nah, I'm never gonna text them or I'm never gonna reach out, then obviously this is someone else reaching out to you, right? So regardless of that, it seems like there is movement when it comes to your heart space. There is movement when it comes to your heart space. There is romance, there is emotional fulfillment. I'm seeing some of you will get a flower or something sent, or like a very nice gesture from someone else. Because look at this. We have the Page of Cups, she's underwater, and there are two flowers here, and one seems like to be landing right in her arm. Now this lady is holding that rose already, but just different color. So some kind of a maybe gift or a very nice gesture is coming your way. You're gonna be feeling over the moon when it comes to your emotional space, which I'm really, really happy about. Now, it can be a romantic situation that we are seeing over here. For some of you, you might be from different backgrounds, but you don't have to be. Maybe you just, different people but tend to work really well together. For some others of you, I've lost my train of thought now. For some others of you, this can be just a very heartwarming connection that you will find. Or you're going to somehow reunite with someone and spend amazing time together. Sometimes when even a friend fulfills your heart so much, you're like, whoa, I only need to spend 2 hours with you drinking tea, and I'm like full, fulfilled, happy, and you uplift one another. So it's one of those cases where in the month of October, you're gonna be feeling like, I just cannot express myself through words, overflowing with happiness when it comes to your emotions, which is really nice to see, pile one. Now we have funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Now, that frustration might come through a situation where you might be holding too much on your shoulders, and you're gonna be like, look, I have all of these responsibilities in my life. I have so much to carry, there is still so much for me to do. And maybe one of the people that you are dealing with, it can be your partner, or it can be just you in front of your own self. You're gonna say, hey, enough is enough. Let's cut this bullshit. This queen is about to cut this rope off and say, release those burdens. I had enough. So would it be you speaking your truth and saying, hey, you know what, I am tired, I cannot do this anymore, let's share the load? Or this is gonna be you with yourself saying, you know what, why are you doing that to yourself? It's time to share the load, right? So maybe it's time to ask for help. It's time to, sorry, I'm getting quite a lot for pile one. It's time to learn from past situations. It's good to be independent, but not when your health suffers. Does it make sense to you? So I know some of you might say, hey, but like I have so much to do, I have so many responsibilities, plus kids, maybe I'm alone, taking care of them. I get it. Now try to interpret it. How can you better your health? How can you maybe spend, okay, let's take half an hour for yourself that day, just to find time for yourself where you don't have to carry so much. It doesn't have to be that you have to let go of all of these burdens. I just want to make sure that I'm applying this message to different scenarios here. Now, let's take a look at the whale. Great worry over nothing. Okay, so we talked about it a little bit. When it comes to education or career, it does seem like you will give yourself maybe too much BS in your own head, and you might come up with scenarios that don't really exist. So that's exactly the message that I'm seeing here, okay? Don't worry about it. See, there might be worry because you are looking maybe too much into the future and you're like, I don't know how everything will pan out. This is saying don't micromanage the universe, okay? Things will happen the way they're supposed to happen because you're already such a hard worker, pile number one, that you're gonna start seeing your fruit of labor very much with the 6 of Wands that we saw on this side at the very beginning, right? So do not worry about how things will happen. Take one step at a time if you feel like you're sometimes way ahead of yourself. Again, like that song of yours that I told you about, right? Now we have unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. And again, we do have a book here. So some of you will be somehow maybe coming up with some kind of secondary idea or source of income. And you're gonna be like, hey, can I make money from this? Or can I learn something new? Can I start learning something new on a side? What do I want to improve when it comes to my finances? And it seems like you're gonna be taking some time for yourself to contemplate of how you want to do this. Again, I do see something related to a gift next to your door, or maybe a parcel of some sort. For each of you, it's going to be different. But regardless of that, I'm seeing that your focus, your intuition will, in the month of October, will be like craving for some kind of knowledge. So if you'll be suddenly very interested in something that you come across, this is saying maybe you could take interest in that, and maybe it could become your second source of income. Okay? So that's what I have for pile number 1. I hope I covered everything, and let me know, guys, if this made sense to you. Love reading your comments as usual. Tribe, thank you for coming back, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hello, Tribe, whoever has chosen number 2. Now, I'm gonna start with checking in with your current energies. Just briefly touch on that. And I'm gonna pull one card for your current energies, and then one card how your October energies will feel in comparison to you now, and we'll go from there. There's quite a lot to touch on today, so I hope you have time. Okay, let's see. Current energies, love. Okay, there's one more group of people who probably won't be vibing with this. Oh damn, pile 2. What's up? What is up? We have 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. If you're not feeling emotionally and financially fulfilled just yet, maybe that for some of you that's a message for you in the future. For others, this can be an encouragement to look at your situation from a more optimistic side. And I know it can be difficult for some people to do so when you are, for example, broke and you don't see a way out, but it's all about your perception. And I am telling you guys these things because I know, because I've been there myself, and it's all about perception. Okay, so not blaming the outside world, and truly just, okay, how am I gonna approach this? For a lot of you, you're in a really good space right now, emotionally and financially. You're like, okay, I'm loving life right now. And maybe this is the energy that you're in today. I hope you are in this energy and you're gonna stay forever. But it does seem like you're feeling like you have your, maybe you're very connected to family right now and you feel very fulfilled. Maybe you didn't feel like that before. For some others of you, there's something to do with heritage. You're pretty happy about that. Others, you are very emotionally fulfilled. Would it be friends, family, or your partner? Love this energy. Well, how do we go from here? Pile 2, how do we go from here? Right. Okay. Right. In the month of October, you have this very dreamy vibe about you. Someone must be in love, or someone must be doing very well financially, and maybe they were seeking for that for a long time. Almost like feeling of dreams coming true. Pay attention to butterflies, pile number 2. Somehow picking that up for you in the Page of Cups here. And you know, funny thing is that I didn't even see these ones up here. I looked at the ones just behind, like shadows of butterflies. So I'd say in the month of October, you might notice, oh, we're gonna be very specific here, so that's not gonna be for all of you. You might notice shadows of maybe spirit, or you might sense spirit next to you. And specifically for some of you, this might be your passed away animal, which is quite interesting. This is sweet. This is very sweet. I like that a lot. For some others of you, there's going to be a spirit around you that you will know exactly who that is. okay? So they might come through maybe your dreams, wanting to send you a message. For some others of you, maybe they're going to just show themselves if you asked for a sign, if you're still around. And just pay attention to subtle feelings that you're getting, because the butterflies that I paid attention to were not the ones that are obvious, were the ones that look like shadow, okay? It does seem like there is some kind of, someone is opening up to you in the month of October, but you're gonna be doing the same. Your heart space will be very open, I'm seeing here. And for a lot of you, you might be feeling like you'll bring in your inner child out for a walk, and I'm hearing for some of you, finally. So let's put these cards aside here and let's take a look at your Rebecca Campbell's cards. I'm doing things a bit differently today. We're going to be looking at the Tea Leaf Tarot, but clarifying them with, I don't know which deck I'll use just yet, but with tarot, okay, to get more in depth. We have wait. It says it's not yet time, things are being woven, okay? So if some of you feel like something is not happening the way you want it to, I know it sucks, a lot of people hate hearing that. Wait, things are being woven. So maybe if something happened right now, it wouldn't be 100%, you know, the situation wouldn't be as beneficial or as satisfying for you as it will be in the future. So take a deep breath, this is saying, and wait it through. Now, we do have called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Now, it's something to do with your own self-confidence here in the month of October. You might be drawn to maybe dressing differently, maybe the way you take care of yourself, your routine might be a bit different. It seems very nice to me here. You do have this ancient spirit of yours, I'm seeing here. And maybe for some of you, you're going to visit a place that has a lot of heritage to it and a lot of this, you know, ancient vibe. So if you're going to be drawn to go in a specific location or visiting an old building, there is a reason for that. I love to say that every space, every location holds its own frequency, and we are being called there for a reason, because then we kind of soak up the energy that we need to be charged up by, and we come back a bit different, right? So I want to read out the cold card for you guys, pile number 2. Let's see what else it has to say, because I was just interpreting this one. I like to leave it to Rebecca, because the way she names everything is just beautiful. Cold, okay. 44, the page number 44, so pay attention to number 4 in the month of October. It says, you came to Earth with a double mission, to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, others you are just beginning to uncover. You are being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. If you are being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you are facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you are feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap. And consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. Now, remember, this is your future energy. For some of you, there might have been an advice for you right now. You're like, okay, got it, taking that on board. But it does seem like for you, pile number 2, this is going to be the energy that you're going to be coming into. Because firstly, there might be a period of, you know, maybe, I don't want to say stagnant period because it's not going to feel like it. You will just feel intuitively that there is not time, the time is not yet for something. And it seems like pile 2, you know all the answers. Almost like you didn't even need to click on this pile because you're already intuitive enough. But hopefully you're gonna get some guidance here. So let's focus on your Tea Leaf Tarot. Let's see what it has to say. So let me lay them all out for you. And we have Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Okay, we're gonna clarify that, don't freak out. We have egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. What I would want you to pay attention to is birds. Then we have candle, you will be shown the way. Then we have bear, danger, especially in money matters. Don't be afraid, we're going to clarify that. Every situation will be different, remember. And we have wall, misunderstanding. Okay, so let's start. I can't speak. Okay, maybe someone's throat chakra is a bit closed off because I can't. I can't. And it's just second pile, so it shouldn't happen that way. Right, so clarify further for me, please. What do we need to know about someone you know is undependable and insincere? I feel like for a lot of you, you're like, I know. And this is already in the present moment, not in October. So apply as you will. And whoever this person is, this is kind of young vibe that I'm getting. Maybe someone who is childish. So if you do have children, maybe your child is just being, tricky or trying to hide information from you. But it does feel like more like a game to me, not something that is very serious here. Now, for those who don't have children, it does seem like the magician popped out. It does seem like someone maybe is trying to play games with you here. And in the month of October, you're going to be... it does seem like nothing is going to be unnoticed by you, because overall, when I was just connecting with your energy at the very beginning, you do give me this vibe of someone who's super, super intuitive. And even if cards don't show it here, I feel it, okay? So this is more so like a confirmation that if you do feel someone being a little bit insincere or playing mind games with you or playing games, it seems very childish to me. And I think you're gonna recognize it very soon enough. But there is some kind of a hidden meaning about that. Maybe this person will come through to you in the month of October to kind of check up on you. You know what happens sometimes, universe, God, whatever you believe in, they sometimes send us those, tests if we have learned from the past already. And universe or God just checks up on us. So if you have been tricked before, you might encounter a situation where you're just being checked, like, have you learned from this yet, and then bang, you have some, the situation seems to me very childish, and you're gonna be like, I'm not even getting into this. It's not worthy. Speaking about that, it's gonna be something very silly, but you're gonna see through that. So I'd say a situation like I'm gonna give you just an example. Someone would send you an email. If you, for example, working with sponsors, you'd get an email suggesting you to go for a sponsorship and have a deal with them, but it's so obvious, they're so unexperienced the way they do it, that the email itself is not professional. There are so many signs for you to see that this is actually just like trickstery for you. So nothing to worry about, but I don't know why I want to laugh about this. It doesn't seem serious for most of you. So let's see. Then second card, we have egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Okay, let's see what's up. Whoa, okay. Okay, pile 2, what you're being told. Maybe don't talk, I'm hearing loudly just to anyone. Here we go. Don't talk loudly just to anyone about your successes or future successes that you think is gonna come true, because it does seem like there might be a situation where someone might be a little bit jealous, and you don't need that caca energy, do you? So just something to pay attention to. But success will be there regardless, pile number 2. It's just that it might somehow maybe make you worried, or if someone's gonna say something or start questioning your success, you're just gonna get pissed off and you're like, I don't want to even talk about this, Yeah, it does seem like when you're working hard on something that you want in life in the month of October, but it's saying until you're still waiting for maybe those fruits of labor or for that success to come through, maybe keep it to yourself, you know, treasure it for yourself. You know whom you have to share this information with, obviously, who you trust and who is just like, you know, maybe friend of a friend, or someone who doesn't believe in such things like you do, you know, or who is pessimistic. So just something to keep in mind, you know. It's a lot to do with success wanting silence in the month of, or plans wanting silence in the month of October for you. In general, something about not oversharing. Candle, you will be shown the way. Okay, what do we have there? That one wanted to come out. We'll take both of them. We have Six of Cups, Knight of Swords. I want one more. It does seem like someone will come back from the past to shine the light on the situation. And it's very nice. It says someone is coming back from the past, someone who's caring, someone who you've known of for quite a long time, who might be maybe sending message to you on social media, or they might physically come back into your life, and somehow they are showing the way back to love, or they are showing you what care and tenderness looks like. This is sweet because the candle, when it burns, it's warm, and there's a lot of warmth here coming through for pile number 2. Holding hands is important as well, I'm seeing here. See, if you're gonna have a question that you're just gonna be thinking about it in your own head, about a situation, it's saying the God or universe, whatever you believe in, is going to show you that through sending someone back to your life. And that person, by the way they'll act with you, will show you which direction you're supposed to go next. So almost like you know, sometimes we do have people walking on this earth, right, in 3D, who are our guardian angels and spirit guides, right? And it does seem like a person will walk in your life in the month of October who will be quite important when it comes to your emotional fulfillment and showing you where to go from there. Sweet vibe, like that a lot. Now, beer. Danger, especially in money matters. Okay, let's see. Don't freak out about that. We'll see. Let's pull 3 cards. And bang, we have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Swords flipping. And we have the Three of Cups. Very straightforward message here. I don't know who needs to hear that. Don't take money out of your house. Bring it in. So it can come through many ways, right? Because your advice is don't bring money out of the house, bring it in. It's fine to spend money, right? But it does seem like maybe in the month of October you may want to spend money on someone or on something that is not gonna be worthy, or that thing is not gonna be worth the money. So when it comes to buying maybe big things, I'd say take a moment to truly think about that and contemplate about that, specifically if it has to do with maybe properties or maybe cars or anything that is quite big. For some of you, this is not gonna relate. Now for other group, it's saying when it comes to going out and about, if you can, obviously it depends on your situation, where you're at. Maybe do not be overly generous. It's something about that. Like for me, it's very weird even to say that because I'm a generous person, but I know sometimes that when you're in a good mood, or when you're just like living now, here and now, specifically in this case, if you maybe had one glass too many, it's saying maybe have balance how much you're spending and how much you keep in your wallet. It's that, okay? Now, For, wow, we have the third group here. For third group, it's saying, do not allow someone to control your money. You should be the one who is in control of your own finances. How you want to do that, it's up to you, right? Then we have a wall. Let's take a look at that. Misunderstanding. Again, we have page. There's going to be some kind of childish person that you're going to be like, oh, building my walls up with you because there is no point for me, getting into arguments. Or maybe your child will just have a couple of days that are quite difficult, and it's coming through in this reading. And I'm hearing some of you saying that's not something new. I know. It's difficult with them. Okay. Now, this misunderstanding, the way I'm seeing it, it's saying when you're going to be talking to someone who or is going to be younger or is going to just have this youthful vibe about them, your energies are going to be quite different, the way you see life and the way this other person does. Be open to listening to what they have to hear. Now, don't have to believe in the same things they do, but kind of be open to hearing what they have to say. And it seems like that misunderstanding will ask you to approach the situation from a more mature point of view, because I'm hearing you're the one who's mature in this situation. And there might be a situation where you're gonna be like, oh, okay, now it might sound cocky for some of you, but I'm just gonna say it. I know I deserve more, or I know I don't deserve this BS. Sayonara, I'm going on my own journey. Okay, so for some of you, that's that's what is happening here. I want to pull a couple of cards from Whispers of the Ocean deck for you. I didn't do that for pile 1, but for you I want to pull. Let's see what we got. What is the message for pile 2? Childlike devotion. See, we do have this childish energy overall, even though it's just a message, but I'm sensing it throughout this reading. It says you are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. I must say, maybe some of you are, maybe I'm sensing this dual personality, or maybe personality disorder. I'm sorry if you do have to go through that, maybe mood swings for some of you. But somehow this card is looking at it from a different perspective, almost like you have so many colors to you. How can you use it for yourself? And maybe some of you will want to express yourself creatively somehow, the things that you experience, because your life pile number 2 might feel very much like this, and it's very diverse, and we all go like that. It's always up and down, but for you maybe it's a bit more intense because of circumstances, or maybe because of your personalities, something to do about that. But somehow you need to embrace it. So I like to say, how do you take something from uncomfortable or dark situation and create something good about it, or create something out of it that is quite precious, a bit like in this card here. Look, this one too. Wow, because look at the other cards. You see what I mean? Like, other cards do not have that many colors so visible on fishes. So one other message that we have here, it says facing your fears. It says look for ways to strengthen your connection to the universe and others. Stay peaceful and calm in the knowing of who you are. Yeah, almost like what I said to you before, I'm not taking this BS. That's your energy in the month of October, honestly. Like, I can't sugarcoat this. Because look at this fish, it seems like it has thorns, right? If you're gonna come close to me and in my energy field, and if I don't want you there, you're probably gonna get hurt. What an energy, 𝒃𝒐𝒐𝒌. But I hope that this made sense to you, and these messages might relate to you right now as I speak, as you watch this reading. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Tribe, love you as always. Thanks for coming back. Hello, pile number 3. So this reading has taken me a long time. I'm not sure how long this reading will be, but I think I spent more than 20 minutes for each pile. Now, because very interesting scenarios, I must say. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with your current energies, a bit like a comparison with this deck. Whoever needs names of decks, there's the link below showing all decks I use on this channel. So your current energy versus the October energy, we're gonna kind of compare the two, and we'll go from there. Okay, your current energy, pile 3. What is up? What is up? I kind of want one more card just to clarify that. Now I'm gonna have to mention different scenarios for all of you, so it might be just like for group of you, so apply the message that suits your vibe, because we do have a lot of people watching this, but I'm already seeing 2 main scenarios here. Now future energies of yours, meaning October, right? Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Okay, look what we have here. Your current energy, so maybe you came out of it recently. We have the devil clarified by the high priestess. Now what it tells me, straightforwardly, for some of you, you might be focused too much on maybe readings, on spirituality, on finding answers, where you have become codependent, and that's not a healthy place to be, right? So ask yourself, have you been watching too many readings? Have you been asking too many questions? There are some things that maybe you need to leave in order to keep some magic in your life. And sometimes, and most of the time, we don't need to know everything. This is saying, okay? Now this is one group of people. Now for others, there is a situation where there is a person who is probably not the best for you, probably has lied to you or manipulated you, or you are codependent to them. And I'm feeling, as I'm speaking right now, pressure in my back. So if some of you have backache, again, it's about feeling maybe that you're not standing on your own feet firmly, where you're seeking for external sources or maybe people or answers from others, where all you need to do is to tune into your own intuition and come back to your own self. Your energy might feel right now scattered all over the place, or very focused on a person or on spirituality. And I'm getting a headache right now as I speak, which is not the best place for you to be. So up to you how you want to handle this. There are many ways to do that, right? Because a lot of your situations are different. But because devil came up right here together with the high priestess, 2 major arcanas, this is something, maybe these things, I can't speak, maybe you need to pay attention to that and maybe change things up for yourself. Okay, now your October vibe is lovely, because what I'm seeing here, it seems like you are coming back to basics. That's what I heard. Coming back to basics. And every time I hear that, it means that you're coming back to who you are deep within yourself. And almost like finding your own authenticity again. If you did lose yourself in a situation or in person or in spirituality, whatever it would be, you're finding yourself in the month of October. Things will feel very lighthearted, and you're gonna feel like there is freedom for you. It feels quite magical to me here. There's some kind of reunion happening in the month of October too, that is gonna feel very lovely. You'll feel, I don't know why I want to say that, but you'll feel very safe. Okay, Let's take a look at your Rebecca Campbell's cards and what's the vibe for you in the month of October. Okay. So we have Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. So a lot of you are focused on your heart space, I'm seeing here with this card. And it does seem like your crown chakra will be quite intense. So listen to what you are told. You might, I'm hearing, see through the veil, you know. Some others of you, I don't know why this came through, but for some of you, you're gonna buy a very nice outfit that it's gonna make your week. Maybe something that you have been looking for a really long time, and it doesn't, for some people it might be like a little thing, but if someone couldn't find a particular maybe piece of outfit or clothing, it's gonna be a big deal, okay? I'm seeing with Surrender to the Sweetness in the month of October, you're gonna be feeling there's that innocence coming through. You might be feeling drawn to doing things that you used to do before. There is a lot of nostalgia. There is a lot of, you know, that inner child feel to me here. And you're gonna be making your life a little bit more joyous and a little bit sweeter, I'm seeing here, right? So it can be overall, guys, I must say for pile number 1, 2, and 3, we did have like an overall collective energy that I want to speak about a bit here. Things might be returning in the month of October. So old hobbies, old projects, or people from the past, because that's what's coming up in all piles here, but in different shapes and forms, you know. For you guys, there's a lot of nostalgia. Maybe you're gonna come back to a childhood, maybe a place where you grew up, or a place that tends to hold a lot of I don't know, you cherish that place a lot. For some people, by the way, pay attention to lilies. Look at this, 2 different decks, right? Here you go, there you go. It does seem like there might be a person who's going to make you feel very joyous. Overall, pile 3, you're going to be feeling very feminine if you are feminine. Even if you're masculine, you're going to be, you know, in your feminine a lot more. You're going to feel quite open. Those who have been maybe hurt in the past, you will have healed your heart. You will feel very open, ready to let other people in. Would it be romantically? Would it be maybe old friends? Or maybe you were just closed off, you know, for some time. And you're ready to explore almost like what life has to offer after taking some time to deal with things that you had to, okay? So for pile number 3s, I don't want to read any of these cards out, weirdly enough, because I feel like I said everything that needed to be said. Let's take a look at our tea leaf tarot. I'm gonna be clarifying each of these cards, okay? So first we have claw, be careful, do not take risks. Don't worry, just whatever it's gonna say, we're going to be diving more deeper into these cards. We have dragon, be aware of self-delusion. Here we go. Then we have younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. We have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate, okay? Then we have sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. What did I say? Did I mention this feeling of freshness to you? Okay, for you I want to use the texture tarot. Let's adjust the camera, let's start clarifying. I'm gonna start with the claw, so let's see. Be careful, do not take risks. What are you talking about here, tarot, for pile 3 in the month of October? Okay, make sure whatever decisions you're going to be making in the month of October, make sure it doesn't threaten your stability too much, specifically when it comes to maybe your home or when it comes to your heritage, right? So I'm seeing almost like a vision of someone who has savings for their college savings for their kid. You know, that's what kind of vision I'm having. And suddenly maybe they have a very good deal, and they know that they're not going to need that money for this and that amount of time, right? And there's a very good deal, and they buy something quite big, and it doesn't maybe turn out the way that they want to at the very end, or you know, they might get disappointed. There's something big. It's not going to be for all of you. It's saying do not take risks when it comes to big things, okay? Just like major. Maybe you're going to have to wait things out. Maybe, you know, if you decide to do something drastically 1 week, it's saying maybe take couple of days extra for that to kind of, so you know, sink in. Plan a little bit more, or take extra time when planning, okay? Yeah, look, because if you're going to be taking some kind of risk, it's saying maybe it's going to somehow keep the other area in your life stuck. I don't know what it means specifically for all of you, because so many different situations, right? But somehow it's saying don't push things when you feel like your intuition is saying maybe I should wait. Maybe do take that extra day or two to think things through, okay? Specifically when it's touching your maybe family or your heritage or your domestic environment, your house, okay? Right. Dragon. Be aware of self-delusion. Okay, let's see. Well, we see that with the 8 of Swords here a bit. Some of you might be stuck in your own heads. Maybe you might like to create scenarios sometimes in your life that doesn't really exist, and you make yourself you know, a little bit delusional. We all do that from time to time, so that's nothing you know, terrible, but it's something about your headspace. Yeah, look, and I said headspace, and look at this card. This is 7 of Swords. It's saying you might be the one who is tricking yourself in the month of October by deciding to or walk away or not to speak the truth. Before walking away from a situation, make sure that you speak the truth, okay? Make sure that you say what you want to say. You need to be open in the month of October. Maybe you are not the most open person sometimes. Maybe you're afraid to open up, and month of October somehow will be asking you to do so through situations that you might be in. Yeah, look, self-delusion. So for a lot of you, you might feel like, hey, okay, I don't have enough, I'm in lack, I'm in this, I'm in that, right? It's saying, is that your delusion? Is that you sitting in the same place doing the same thing all over again, right? How I said to you guys, you know, changing your routine has a very big impact to the quality of your life. The smallest thing. If you just want to change something about the way you have breakfast or the way you start your day, it does have a massive impact on how you're going to be feeling, how you're going to be sleeping even, depending on the actions you'll be taking throughout the day, right? And from that, you're going to be very clear-headed, and you'll be making decisions from this, you know, self-confident self, if that makes sense. Now, self-delusion when it comes to maybe lack, right? So this is saying we all lack in something. Some of us more, some of us less. Now, it's our responsibility to decide how we're going to look at this. So we allow ourselves or to look at the situation from the I don't have this, you know, it's taken away from me, or I don't have enough, or, you know, standing up from that chair, changing things, right? Stopping, sitting there, getting up and saying, hey, look at this, you know, I'm being shown the way where those pentacles are. So I don't want to teach you guys here, you know, and and be like, listen to me, but be aware of self-delusion in the month of October. And I think it goes not only for the month of October, it might go as advice for you even right now, okay? Right. Younger woman. And I know it might be difficult if some of you don't have jobs due to Corona, you know, if you're struggling and things like that, but there's always the way. Like people sometimes, you know, they leave comments almost like expressing themselves like it's the I'm done, like this is complete, this is bad, everything's terrible, I hate my life. Now this is how you allow yourself to feel like. Now, I have been in very difficult situations, so I'm telling you what I know of, what I've experienced. The moment I decided to switch things up for myself and say, hey, I don't have a lot right now, and I'm struggling, like mentally, physically, financially. But the moment I switched, and I was like, okay, let's decide not that situation not to define the way I think about things. And bang, here you go. That's when you start changing your life. So that's the belief system that we can all change, but it's a difficult task. Look, all can change, and the wheel of fortune is turning, right? So you can change that cycle, this is saying. And I'm just gonna put it right here. You can change even what I'm telling you here right now. You can change the events. That is why I like saying to people, when it comes to future predictions, remember at anytime you watch readings, you're the one who holds the power in your hands. If you hear something that you don't like to hear, you're like, okay, let me get up, let me fix this. I don't want it to be that way. Okay, and then bang, you change in that cycle of yours. You're changing that wheel, you're spinning that wheel of fortune towards a different direction. I don't know why I had to speak about this for that long, pile number 3, but I truly hope that this finds someone who needs to hear that. Clarify younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Definitely younger, because we're pulling page over here. You might be receiving some kind of a gift from that younger woman. Doesn't have to be a female, obviously, for all of you. Maybe someone who tends to hold feminine more. But it does seem like whoever this person is, they're very practical. What they're gonna bring? Some kind of transformation. You might meet a person or maybe talk to a person who might transform your life somehow. Wow. And whoever this is, they tend to hold quite a lot of feminine energy in them. Would it be male or female? Okay. And it's regarding the way you might be feeling emotionally. So this female, I do think that for some of you, it might be you who is going to be doing that. I'm feeling a bit of vice versa, when almost like seeing a vision of maybe a friend of a family member or your partner, doesn't matter who that is, almost like you might be teaching them what to do, when she's in a place like that where I'm bored, I'm not seeing, all the opportunities because I'm stuck in the same, pity mindset, or I'm just very disappointed. You might come into this person's life and somehow give them something so that they start taking one day at a time to work towards what they need to work on, and they need to, I keep hearing, one step at a time, right? Like to come out of that maybe pittiness or disappointment of some sorts, and that's gonna transform their life somehow completely. If that's about you, it does seem like someone is walking in your life to show your uniqueness, and they somehow are going to change things up for you in a big way, because we have major arcana here. In a big way. I want to know a bit more about this person. Who is this person? Someone who's good with money. Someone who's very persistent. Do you remember how I said practical? So it's showing here. Maybe someone who's currently saving money as we speak. Putting money in their piggy bank, right? Okay, let's see. Maybe this person will help you out somehow. They're gonna give you some kind of advice or strategy how to save money and how to improve your financial situation. It can be a professional, or it can be just simply someone that you're already aware of in your circle. Now, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Let's see what's up with that. Do you remember how I said to you here that in the month of October you're almost gonna be like challenged to speak your truth? And we do have that happening here. Almost like being challenged to open up, to say what it is that you truly feel, and what it is that you need. Okay? Now, I'm going to interpret this fire card the way I see it from the tarot. What I'm seeing here, you're going to be deciding wow. You're gonna be like, this is quite harsh. Pile 3. I'm sorry, I'm saying whatever I see. What I'm hearing in my head, the way you act, someone else in your life, the way you act is going to determine how much respect I have for you and how I'm gonna treat you from there. So I think that is why we do have passionate love or hate, because if you're gonna love this person, or if you're gonna be like, go away from here, it's gonna depend on this King of Pentacles. And this King of Pentacles, this is someone, it can be a female too, doesn't matter, but this is someone who is quite good financially, who has a good job, and who is living in a nice home. You know, they're very financially stable, and this can be a businessman too, you know, or a businesswoman. But it does seem like you're going to be deciding how you're going to communicate with this person from now on. Overall, for pile 3, in the month of October, it seems like you are going to be kind of like standing your ground and saying, let me take a look at the people that I'm dealing with. But it's not, you know, from the place of ego where like, I don't like you, I don't like you. It's more so like, it's gonna come naturally to you, where you're gonna be shown when you need to actually double check or take a look at a situation where there is a connection with another person, and is it something that is fair to you? Because fairness is going to be a big thing in month of October. You're going to be seeking for fairness. You're going to want people to treat you right, and you're going to be seeking for that. There's almost like a lot of self-confidence coming through here. You are learning how to speak your truth, how not to hide what you're thinking and feeling, and it's going to show the way that you talk to others. Are we going to share equally or not? What we're going to do? Because I haven't made up my mind about you yet, because I'm going to see how fair the situation will be for me, and we'll go from there. That's literally like it's bang, bang, bang. That's what I'm seeing here. For some of you, maybe this is going to be a person who will be seeking for fairness from you, but I don't feel like it's going to be for many of you. It seems like you are thinking about sending a message to someone saying, hey, you know what, maybe we need to talk about how much I'm getting from this venture or relationship and how much you are, you know. Now let's check with sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Wow, okay, so there's gonna be a time in the month of October where I'm seeing 2 days. You might be on hold for a couple of days where you're gonna be like, I don't want to focus on other things, but I want to focus on this one thing. And you're gonna be coming up with some kind of ideas in your head. See, the way that you're going to be at the beginning of October and the end, like two different people. Your energies will feel quite different. And it's going to come through these interactions. You're going to be changed as a person through interactions, through your confidence growing in the month of October. This is quite an important month to your own character, I must say. Okay, I'm seeing someone might start doing yoga or have your own maybe yoga business of some sort. Some others of you, you're going to decide to start some kind of fresh idea or venture that you do at home. So maybe that's gonna be a business or working from home, okay? Maybe you're gonna be into decorating, and that has something to do with your career, building homes, you know, creating nice design, something about that. But there's something new to it coming. So if you already have this business, you might come up with extra ideas how to make it better. For others of you, it seems like you're gonna have a light bulb moment. Okay, wow, you know what, I can actually work from home, or I can actually start this venture of mine. You know, I just was waiting for maybe a right time or this extra light bulb moment to come my way. And look how abundant the Eight of Pentacles is in this deck, isn't it? It's like, okay, chilling, got my money, chilling, okay? But she doesn't care about the money that much. This woman in this Eight of Pentacles, she's like, because I was coming from the heart space, because I was doing things that were vibing with my soul, that is why I have these luxuries here right now. But I'm meditating because that is something that I love doing. That's what brings me fulfillment, right? This is like an addition to my own success. But what's important is here, okay? So, woo, what energy is pile number 3? I truly hope that this reading found those who needed to hear about that. And I hope it was useful, tribe. Thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you in the next one. Hello, pile number 4. So how we're going to do things today, we're going to be looking at your current energies with this deck. Whoever needs links for decks, there's a link in my description box where in one of the videos I'm talking about all the decks used on this channel. So firstly, we're going to be looking at your current energies, and we'll be comparing that energy to your energy of October, okay? So let's see, pile 4. Pile 4, your current energy, please, in comparison to your October energy. I feel like I need to draw one more card for some others of you here. Okay. October energy, please. That one. Ooh. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Beauty, we like that. Okay, let's see. So for you guys currently, now it's gonna be split into 2 groups here, as I'm seeing. For some of you might be seeing quite a lot of maybe bugs or butterflies or any kind of fluttering kind of creatures around you, and pay attention to what kind of butterfly or maybe a bug you are seeing, because it seems like they're bringing you messages. Now for some others of you, I'm seeing that you may be juggling a couple of things at the same time, maybe your personal life and work life. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities. This is saying don't forget to have fun whilst taking care of both. Some of you have a hobby and a job. It's saying have fun in all things that you do here, okay? Now you do have very beautiful eyes, guys, or eyelashes. Something about your eyes here quite incredible. I'm seeing I don't know, I keep hearing don't get lost in responsibilities, okay? Bring that inner child out. Doesn't matter how difficult sometimes things might be. I like to say, you know, be the person if you can. Well, not all of us are capable of that, you know, all the time, and we shouldn't be focusing only on the, you know, positivity, because we do have our dark days and it's fine to live through it and feel through it. But kind of just try even to have fun grocery shopping, you know. Maybe bring someone along if you can. Obviously, don't know your situation, but in every little thing, try to somehow bring that inner kid out of yours, okay? Now in the month of October, what I'm seeing, it does seem like a lot of things will be coming to light, and you might be feeling a bit suspicious. You're gonna be like, what does that mean? What does that mean? So you might be getting quite a lot of signs. You might be easily affected by the moon in the month of October. So if you want to track it down, how it's working for you, that'd be good. So then you'll know why you feel sometimes certain way, and you don't have, for example, an answer for it. But you're gonna be very wise. You're gonna be seeing through things. I'm seeing here. Your intuition won't lie in a month of October. you're gonna be quite passionate about some kind of a project, or some very protective over what it is that you cherish. Let's see what Rebecca Campbell has to say about your October energies here. We have, there's a lot of water, what we're seeing straight away. Look, the eye is coming through. Interestingly, it says jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. So some of you might be drawn to making maybe drastic changes, or maybe small changes, different for all of you in the month of October. It's saying it would be probably good for you to change things up, switch things up, and get away from maybe a routine if you feel like it's boring for you. And then we have whale and orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. I kind of want to read this out for you guys. Pile number 4. This card has a lot of depth, and I like the way it's written. So let's see. Imagine that I'm going to be reading about this card, but imagine as if this is going to be the energy that you'll be in the month of October. Now, it says the whale and orca elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics all of us to wake up and remember our own soul song. Looking into the eye of a whale is something you will never forget. Again, you see the eye is coming through, so maybe your third eye will be quite open. It says whales see into your very being, and in an instant you are changed forever. And change is coming in here too. They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pull this card, by the way, I have to stop myself here. For some of you, you're gonna be meeting a person who will almost be seeing through you. It says, if you pull this card, you are being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency, to bow to who you truly are, to stretch your heart wide enough to hold it all, to leave your fears, doubts, and baggage at the door, to question any part of that doesn't feel good enough. That doesn't feel good enough. The whale and orca elders want you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings, to drop your hang-ups and personality flaws and get busy revealing the unique note your soul came here to sing. Allow the song that echoes in the 4 chambers of your heart to emanate in all 4 directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal to others your soul's true song, and endeavor to see the soul of all those you meet. So this is quite a beautiful message for you in the month of October. Let's get to your tea leaf, and how I'm going to be doing this today. I'm going to be clarifying every tea leaf card that we have here. Now the first one we've got is ladder, climbing towards success. Nice start, we like that. Then we have needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Whoa, it seems like you're gonna have a great month in October. Nice, okay. Then we have, really? Success. Triple the success, pile number 4. A wish is coming true in the month of October. I don't know what it is that you're wishing for right now, but it seems like you're going to be counting your blessings in the month of October. It says kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Then we have fan, romance, celebration, party. I mean, this is the best pile, I think, out of all. Wow. I don't even know which deck I want to use for you. I think the texture tarot. Let me shuffle that. And let's clarify the ladder. What kind of success are you climbing towards to? Maybe there's going to be advice how to get there for some others of you. Pile 4. Pile 4. Climbing towards success. Okay. We have the 8 of Swords as well as the Empress. Damn, look at this energy. I'm going to clarify all of them and then I'll start speaking, so bear with me here. Clarify, needle and thread. Sincere wish will be granted. What wishes are we talking about here? 6 of Pentacles. as well as 10 of Pentacles. Damn, look at this abundance. Okay, success. Do we need to clarify that? Okay, let's do it. Because for some of you, success will be in one area of your life, and for others it might be in the other. So we have the Fool. The Fool very much reminds me of the energy we had for you here with jump in, right? This is adventure, this is saying yes to change, and that's what Fool does in this card. It's very similar to me, the energies that we have here. So your success, it does seem like, this is Major Arcana 2, it seems like you are going to be successful in the month of October by doing things that bring you out of your comfort zone. For some of you, it's going to be related maybe to your work situation, for some others to your love life or your emotions, okay? So if you feel like you're closed off sometimes, you might be feeling very open, very comfortable to be vulnerable, where before maybe you didn't feel that way. It was something that was maybe giving you anxiety. Whatever the case, your success is coming through putting yourself in situations that are new, okay? So that comes through more like an advice in the middle here for us. Then let's look at the Kangaroo. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. King of Wands with the Knight of Swords, and then Fan, Romance Celebration Party, Strength, and Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of a deck, Ten of Swords. Okay, it seems like your worries are going to be in the past, in the month of October. Now, okay, climbing towards success. What this is saying, once you release yourself from your headspace, and once you cut those wires off here, right? It's like part of a fence that is hurting you. It's saying that's when you're gonna become more abundant. Now, for some others of you, there is a very specific message. It seems like if you couldn't have children for some time, or if there was some kind of a struggle, I'd say the month of October will be quite a fertile month for you. Some others of you, this is relating to your health. You might be feeling like you want to eat healthier, your diet might change, and your overall well-being will be changing. Once you start it's vice versa. Once you start taking care of your thoughts and think in a certain way, and maybe not allowing yourself to run in circles about what has happened in the past. And it's fine to go back to the past when you are trying to solve something and heal it, and then close the door and leave it there, right? But when it comes to running circles, and especially about a situation that you're not aware of how it's going to end up being, this is saying that's not something that you will be focusing on anymore. You're changing the way you think. You might be changing the way you eat in the month of October. Self-care is going to be big, okay? Self-care will be big. For some of you, I'm sensing that you might be improving your home environment. There's something about your home here, because the Empress doesn't live in a place where she doesn't like. So even if you won't be changing homes, you might be feeling like you want to decorate more, to maybe have a nice altar, or add some kind of details or decorations, and you're going to be feeling very happy about some kind of design I'm hearing here. That's quite specific, so apply these messages as you will. Needle and thread, sincere wish will be granted. That's all to do with your finances and your heritage, okay? So for a lot of you, if you have been struggling with money and you're like, okay, I'm saving money but it comes out of my bank, you're gonna start noticing how you are saving money instead of losing money. A lot of you might find that you're gonna be getting unexpected money. For some of you, if you felt like you were not paid enough, you might find that you get a bonus or something along that. It's for some of you, I'm getting grandparents, so maybe your grandparents are going to give you some kind of a gift or money or something tangible, a lot of success when it comes to your material wealth, okay? Again, look, I'm looking at that building. There's something to do with your home. Maybe some of you are buying home. Okay. Then we talked about success. Let's talk about kangaroo. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Now, there's going to be a time in the month of October where you might have maybe some kind of argument or discussion with a person who tends to be quite fiery. And but the way this person feels to me, they might say something that might trigger you, but it's going to be almost like an advantage to you, because you're going to come back home, think about what was said, and you're going to be like, you know what, maybe that is true, maybe I need to take their advice, or maybe this person came into my life in order to make me change the way I think about the situation. There's something about a person who's quite also creative that is going to be important. Some of you are going to be focused on taking care of your child and creating a home that is good for you and your child. And for some of you, that is going to come through as an action of some sorts. You might start taking action and moving. I keep hearing movement. It can be physical journey, or it can be mental journey, where you're going to be in a better headspace to make decisions for yourself and your child if you have one, okay? Overall, this fiery person will be quite important in the month of October. They might, I'm sensing that the interaction you'll have with them, at first it might not feel as, as nice, but after some time you're gonna know why this person walked in your life and they said what they said, and you're gonna be feeling thankful for them. Now we have fan moment celebration party, and it says it seems like you're going to be respected in a friends or family circle here, people that you care about, because you're going to be making a decision that maybe some other people wouldn't make. And I'm hearing other people will be celebrating your strength in the month of October. So maybe that uncomfortable, situation that you will be stepping into, this fool is stepping into the unknown, but the way he does it, it's very lighthearted. Let me see what's there for me. I might as well try, right? And it does seem like other people will be like, damn, you really strong, the way you approach the situation it's kind of amazing. And you're gonna be getting a lot of pats on the back when it comes to your patience. I'm hearing some people might say that, you know what, you have quite a lot of patience, and that patience and persistence has somehow brought you the success that you will start seeing in the month of October. Let's pull a couple of messages for you guys. And I want to pull from the Animal Tarot deck, because for pile 4, this reading was quite quick. So let's see, what does pile 4 need to hear, please? Messages for pile 4. There's a lot of accomplishments here. Like maybe some of you are getting some kind of certificate, or you are being acknowledged in the work situation or in your friends or colleague circle, something along those lines here. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, look. We have the 3 of Autumn. It says, your most satisfying and profitable career comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. I do feel like, I don't know, for some of you, you might be in beauty industry, and if you are, look out for recognition there, okay? Now, King of Summer. We are diving into the love area here. We have, it says, a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. And I truly think the advice that I talked about, you know, with this King of Wands here, it might be coming from that same person, where at first it might seem harsh, but after some time you're going to understand that this person is wishing you all the best. For some others, this is talking about a different situation. But whatever the case, there's going to be a very compassionate, loving person who will want to advise you or to lift you up whenever you feel like you need that. There's going to be a romantic encounter here. So if you do have a partner of yours, your relationship will be improving in the month of October. For some others, there is romance happening. You are going either on a date or someone comes in your life out of nowhere and you're going to be like, hey, you know what? I like you very much. We have Lovebird. It says you are falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. So that's what I have for pile number 4. I hope that this was helpful. Tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you in the next one. By the way, when I looked at the time from the beginning of pile 4, it was 1919. Maybe this number means something to you. I'll catch you in the next one.